What's up, what's up, what's up, my fellow creators? Welcome, guys. Thank you for joining me for a moment in Becky's House of Cards. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. Check out my channel for more pick a card readings, zodiac readings, positivity, and so much more. I'm actually uploading new videos as we speak, so make sure you guys do check that out. So today we are coming to you with a pick a card reading, and this is going to be in regards to the strawberry full moon that is happening on June 24th. So this is going to be what energies are coming in with this new moon, also what might be getting illuminated for you. You know, with the full moon energies coming in, it is always about illuminating those things that we need to deal with. And yeah, and I think in this time with the strawberry moon, it does signify what it is that you can let go of so that you can bring yourself into a state of rest, or what it is you can let go of old habit-wise so that you can start doing what it is that you need to do. So we are truly going to focus more on what it is that's coming in for you, though. Just so you guys know, it's a little bit of a heads up. Yeah, so I've got the Oracle decks already picked out. I've got my other deck over here just in case we need some clarifying cards through the spreads. But let's see what we've got going on for the collective during this strawberry full moon. What do we need to know? It's in Capricorn. What messages are for the collective source in regards to the strawberry full moon for the pick a cards 1, 2, and 3? What does the collective need to know in regards to the upcoming energies with this full moon? What messages do you have for the collective in regards to what's being brought forth in this full moon? What do they need to expect? What energies are coming in? Whatever messages you have, source. What messages do you have for the collective in regards to the strawberry full moon in Capricorn? Piles 1, 2, and 3. What messages do you have for piles 1, 2, and 3? Alright. What messages do you have for pile number 1 in regards to the full moon in Capricorn, source? Okay, this one wants to come out, so I'm going to go ahead and take it. Alright, and what other messages do you have for pile number 2 in regards to the full moon in Capricorn, source? Thank you. Okay, what messages do you have for pile number 3 in regards to the full... Whoa, okay. This one wants to come out, so I'm going to take it. Thank you. What other messages do you have for pile number 1 in regards to the full moon in Capricorn, source? Thank you. What other messages do you have for pile number 2 in regards to the full moon in Capricorn? The strawberry moon that's coming. Alright, thank you. And what messages do you have for pile number 3 in regards to the strawberry moon in Capricorn happening? Thank you. What messages do you have for pile number 1 in regards to the strawberry moon in Capricorn? Thank you, source. What other messages do you have for pile number 2 in regards to the full moon in Capricorn? This one. Okay. Thank you. And what messages do you have for pile number 3 in regards to the full moon in Capricorn? One last card, source. Okay, they want this one. Alright. So I definitely feel like for everybody it's an emotional time. Any full moon is really an emotional time, so let's get one card from you guys to pick from. What Earth Magic Oracle card will help pile number 1 along their way? What? Okay. So you guys got summer solstice, which is perfect because we're just in the summer solstice. Okay. Pile number 2, you get new moon. Promise. And pile number 3. Will you please have a card for pile number 3, source? What Earth Magic card will do for pile number 3? Okay, this one. Lake stillness. Okay. So we have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So take a moment, take a deep breath. Close your eyes, pause the video, When you're ready, come back and go with which one you're drawn to, okay? Pile number 3. Pile number 2. Alright, let's get into pile number 1. So for those of you that chose this summer solstice, this is what's coming up for this full moon. Like, what energies do you need to know about? What's being illuminated? What does Source want you to know about? Okay, so we have the Lovers in the reverse. The Sun. Look, you guys could absolutely be dealing with a Leo. The Sun twice right here, okay? Like, that is crazy. And then we have the Queen of Coins in the upright. Okay, so definitely something is being illuminated for you. You've been hiding from an energy that you didn't want to deal with before. It's something that you didn't want to really look at. And I think it's because it brought a lot of feelings of guilt. Like, there's a lot of guilt coming out with this card. A lot of energies of regret and shame. It could have to do with promiscuity. It does not necessarily have to be, but there's just this energy of denying yourself the feminine energy within yourself because of past events. And so this is being illuminated. You have the Sun on both sides here, right? And look at how the Sun looks so similar in these cards. Like, I just love this. I love that this came through. Apologize, you guys are on this table here. Do you see the faces on the suns though and how they look almost identical? So this is absolutely being illuminated for you right now in this time. It's like Source is trying to show you an old habit about yourself. And the full moon is really bringing that to light here. It's almost like you've had to take a step back and reevaluate the things that you've done in your life. Reevaluate the things that have happened for you or to you. And so what's going on right now is that Source is bringing this up. You know, this is a card of the hurt mother wound, denying the feminine energy. This is that card of having promiscuity, being involved in a third-party situation. So you could very well be in a situation where you're involved and they've got you in a third party. But what's happening is that there's no more hiding from this. It's like you have to deal with it in this time. And so the full moon is really bringing light to that. We've got the masculine energy here surrounding it. So I wanted to get this for the... Now I'm going to make sure that that was it. Was that the one card that you wanted to clarify the Lover's Source? Is there another card? Is there any other cards? Okay, one more card. Yeah, so this is absolutely about a new beginning for you. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, so this is ignoring your intuition in regards to this. I feel like you've definitely felt this closing in. You've absolutely seen this happening and you've been ignoring it. Like, you wanted to try and build a future with this person or with this situation, right? This doesn't have to necessarily be a person. It could just be a situation. This is something that you've compartmentalized from the past. This is something that you didn't want to listen to. And what happened is that you shied away from it for so long that Source is like, now it's time to really illuminate this for you so that you can deal with it. And the Sun is here just showing you that it's okay. It's okay. Whatever comes with this, it's all right. Like, there's hope. There's going to be healing with this. There's going to be healing in regards to this. But with this this priest, this popess, I've got everything going on here in reverse here. It's just showing that you're not trusting this process at the moment, or you've been finding yourself in a place of resistance where you did not want to trust this. Like, this could very well be, I keep getting that this is a person that's coming in and they're very smooth with the way that they talk to you. And so they speak to you in a certain way and they convince you that, you know, that they're not doing what's going on. Whatever it is that you think is happening, it's like you're not listening to yourself because you're letting this person talk you out of believing yourself. Excuse me, I was just really thirsty. And so this is like twofold for you here. This is illuminating your intuition. It's like you have to start listening to your intuition. You have to start trusting yourself no matter what another person says, because you know what's best for you. So this is illuminating your intuition. And what's going to end up happening from this is you're going to go right into a period of healing. And it's interesting that we have the Queen of Coins here, because this full moon is in Capricorn, and the Queen of Coins is the representation of Capricorn. So you could very well have Capricorn in your chart. You could have Leo, Pisces, Gemini, or you could have Sagittarius. You don't have to. It's heavy Leo energy is coming through here because of the summer solstice with the sun. But again, this person could be one of those signs, right? They don't have to be, but this person could be one of those signs as well. But what's ending up happening here, as this is getting illuminated, it's going to bring you into a period of truly finding out your balance. And what is coming from that balance is harmony and peace and freedom that you've never known before. You're going to be able to fluidly flow through your emotions and listen to your guides, right? Like Temperance is an angel to me. And so Temperance always makes me think of listening to your guides, makes me think of listening not only to your guides, but to your intuition. You know, she's holding this. They say it's a rose, but it looks like an apple to me. Like, and this one, it's a flower, right? But in my big cards here, when it comes up, it looks like an apple. And it's like following the rose of life, right? So it's like sometimes you have to go through the thorns to really embrace the beauty of who you are. And I think that's what's coming through here. It's a very deep energy of learning more about your own self and letting go of what everybody else has done to you in your life. Because at this point, it's becoming prevalent that it's not mattering. The more that you dwell on the past, the more that you dwell on this hurt, the more that you dwell on this situation, it's not serving you. Something's going to click for you, pile one. And when it clicks, you're going to come into this place of not only listening to your guides, but listening to your higher self, listening to the messages that are coming through for you, right? And this is the number 19 card, showing that this is completing this cycle. You're bringing this cycle to a complete end. You don't have to deal with it again. And then the Temperance card is number 14, which is 5. And it's interesting that it would be right here coming out for this Sun card, because you have 5 and 10, right? 5 is half of 10, and 5 is about change. And so it's like once you change, you've completed this cycle. It's not something that you're going to have to deal with again. And this is beautiful energy to have the masculine side come up when we're dealing with, in its entirety, the feminine side, right? So the full moon is about really embracing that feminine energy. Anytime we're dealing with moon energy, because the moon is the divine feminine and the sun is the divine masculine. And so, no, I'm not talking about counterparts here. I'm really truly talking about the balance within yourself. This is about learning how to balance those energies within yourself. And then what happens is once you do, you step up into this beautiful Queen of Coins energy, which she's very stable, very grounded. She may be slow moving, but she takes a look at her past and she knows that that will bring her hope for her future as long as she stays present in this moment. It's not about reliving the past. It's just understanding that every step that you've taken in your past has gotten you to this now moment. And you have to be okay with that. Like, you truly have to be okay with that. And that gives her an opportunity to move forward in the future with passion while staying here. It's like knowing that the more she's present in this moment, the easier it is for her to move fluidly throughout time, right? Because time is relative, no matter how you look at it. But she's got a lot of passion in her life, and she walks by her truth. She takes care of herself. She knows she has to put herself first, right? And so it's just interesting because you've got this heavy, heavy masculine energy coming in here. So you could be talking to a lot of females. Okay, does not have to be. There could be a lot of males on here too. It doesn't matter your gender really, but whoever you are, you've resided too much in the feminine energy of needing something. Okay, whether that is chasing after a divine counterpart, all right, or that's chasing after somebody that's got you in, excuse me, a very twisted situation. You're learning how to balance yourself. And that is what this whole full moon is going to bring into your life. It's almost like the culmination of what it is that you've been dealing with in the past. And you have to let your radiance shine. Like, you have to let yourself shine. understanding that you're worthy of letting your light shine. Sometimes we'll dampen our own light for fear that we're going to scare somebody off, or for fear that we're going to make a bad impression on somebody. And that's the thing. It's like, if you being you is scaring somebody off, then they're not meant to be in your life. Okay, like that's it. You have to let yourself shine. This is about letting yourself shine, right? And it's like you've already been through it. Okay, you've already been through it. It was funny because this song came up actually today, but it's like Bridge Over Troubled Waters, right? Like a bridge over troubled waters, I will lay me down. Like a bridge over troubled waters, I will lay me down. And there's this part in there that talks about, sail on, children, sail on by. And then it talks about how it's time to shine. I can't remember how it goes right now, but it's just interesting because the song came up earlier today, and now it's like really prevalent in this reading for me, because it's like, it's your time to shine. Do you see how they shine? Do you see how they shine? You know, like a bridge over troubled waters, I will ease your mind. It's like Source is telling you, like, this is your troubled waters, but let me help you build a bridge over it. I'll lay that down for you so that I can make it easy for you. And that's what's coming up here. It's like Source is really pointing that out for you, that it's time for you, Pile 1, to put this disruption in the past. If you haven't felt the horror, the terror, the feelings of what's connected with this, take a moment and really allow yourself to honor how you feel about this, and know that it's okay. Know that that's okay. And then in that, allow your radiance to shine. Allow you to come forth. You're the one that's going to shed light on this. It's like everybody says, oh, it's Source that shines light on it. What happens is we get inspired by Source, and it comes through our perspective, because Source knows our perspective, right? No one else does. And it's like Source comes through our perspective and shines light on our situations in a way that we can overcome them. And that's what's happening here. It's like Source is really trying to bring that balance, that healing, that strength. You're very strong and you're not sure, and you question yourself. Like, you tend to question yourself a lot. And it's okay. Like, it's been part of the process for you, right? And so what did I say? Like, I really felt like this was somebody that you were dealing with, and that's exactly what's coming up here. It's like this connection, right? You have Tarantula, but if you look at this girl, it's like she's trapped by the web that she's gotten into here. And it's like she's afraid to let go. She's holding on to this tarantula over here with her hand, and it's like all her might, like, I can't let go. And it's like Source is telling you, the more that you hold on to this, the more you're going to get tangled up in this web that's not yours to bear, right? This is the number 4. This is talking about your stability, and you are protected in this. Allow yourself to release this energy so that you can shine and grow into this beautiful Queen of Coins energy that's coming. It's coming. As long as you really, truly take the time to look at this situation and allow yourself to heal from it. Allow the full moon to illuminate this for you. Allow the sun to illuminate this for you. It's like you have the great godmother and the great godfather here to help you through. It's not just you doing this on your own. Like, they really are trying to come through for you and help you with this so that you're not alone in trying to figure this out. Because I feel like you felt alone for a long time. And when you weren't alone, it's like no one felt like they were standing up for you. It almost felt like you were the one that was standing up for everyone. Oh my gosh. And then we have Mother Earth coming in. The only thing we're missing here is Father Sky. Should I really go get my other ones just to bring those out just in case? Wow, my shoulder is sore. Okay, sorry about that, guys. And this is the number 15 card. So 6 is talking about, right? So we started with 6 and we're ending with 6. This is such a beautiful completion. It's like you're not thinking very clearly about yourself here. It's like you don't think very highly of yourself. You don't find balance within yourself. You have Temperance here to help balance that out. Mother Earth showing you that it's okay to nurture, and to love yourself, right? These are beautiful energies that are coming in for you. You just have to be willing to accept them as they come. And I love these shape-changing dragons, you know, the ones that are both human and dragon. She says, Gaia Dragon is the earth keeper and carries Gaia's ancient knowledge deep within her. She is one of the oldest dragons yet to come to earth. I am the etheric body of your planet, and I urge you to protect her and all that dwell upon her. I can guide you into restoring balance. I just want that to sink in. I just love Source. I love Source. I love how this works. I'm always, it doesn't matter how many times I do this, it just baffles me to see how it all completes itself. I love it. What is done cannot be undone. And alas, some things are gone for forever. Have courage to stand up for what you believe in your heart to be true, and I will stand with you. You can be that change. Didn't I say that this is about you learning how to change too? It's being okay with change, right? You have 14, which is 5, and this 19 card, which is 10. She is here to help us integrate the frequencies of the 5th dimension and above, which are coming into our consciousness. She will guide us when we are ready to reignite the light of the Earth's grids. The deep healing this invokes will help Gaia and us as humans to build peace on Earth, a future that is sustainable. Call on her for support when you are working on a new project or need an anchor to... Excuse me. Call upon her to support when you are working on a new project and need to anchor the energy of it fully. Her wisdom can be invoked when any form of group work is taking place to anchor the collective vibration of it to the planet. Make use of her grounding energy. And what did I say about this too? Like over here, this Queen of Coins, she's very grounded. She's very grounded. She's slow moving, but she's earth energy. And then you have Gaia, which is Mother Earth coming out. So again, you have a lot of feminine energy that's going to help expose this wound within you. And don't take that as a bad thing. Like that being exposed is what helps us heal from it, right? And so it's like you're being urged to heal from it so that you can bring in your own balance to yourself, because there's been so much that you haven't been able to see or haven't been able to get through because you haven't been able to trust your own intuition. It's almost like you're fighting yourself, right? And so it's like this is about you shining, and stop fighting yourself and let yourself just be. Let yourself be the person you're meant to be, and stop thinking that just because there's some people in the past that made you question your intuition, that doesn't mean that you're wrong. It means, usually, in my own experience, pile one, what has happened when people make you question your own intuition, the reason they do that is because you're spot on. And when you're spot on, it's irritating or it's frightening, because it's like, how could someone that doesn't know anything about me or doesn't know what's actually going on, how do they know that? So this could be you trying to embrace some sense of psychic abilities within yourself and really coming to light with that. And look, I'm going to show you what I split this to. I'm going to make sure this is on the bottom. Blessings is coming up here. I split the deck, and blessings is coming through, right? Yeah, this is a huge blessing to you. It's like learning how to embrace your gift and learning how to embrace the truth of who you are. But you had to go through something that was very, very hard to get through in order to get there. And I feel like that's what happened. It's like Source is illuminating the fact that you had to go through a heartbreak. You had to go through an upset in your life in order for you to learn how to shine, because it's oftentimes when we're broken open that we allow the seed to grow that's within our hearts. But until then, we keep our hearts so under wraps within a tight container. We never allow the sunshine or water to plant that. And it's the tears of our hurt that water the seeds in our heart. And that's what cracks it open. And that's what cracks it open. And then our soul becomes the light that guides that to grow. And so that's what's going on here for you. It's like allowing your heart to grow beyond what hurt you've had to endure. No matter how hard it seems, you're coming up into this beautiful situation. It's like, what is this new moon, this full moon illuminating for you? It's illuminating this heartbreak. And you have the card of illumination coming through here. It's plain as day. Like Source is being so blatant about what's coming into your life, and that's just this beautiful balance, this beautiful time of security, stability, self-worth, understanding who you are. It's just letting go of that mistrust that you had in the past of what it was that you were, what you were capable of. And I really feel like you're on the road to doing that already. So don't stop. Just keep that forward momentum, because that forward momentum is going to get you where you're going, okay? Don't forget to take breaks and rest. Don't forget to be compassionate and kind to yourself, okay, Pile 1? This is what I have for you. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel, set that notification bell down below. And I love you guys. I'm sending out light and love. And until next time, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. And until we meet each other again, peace out. I love y'all. Bye. And I'm moving on to pile number 2. So for those of you that chose the new moon promise, this is for you. What's being illuminated during the full moon? So maybe you guys set some new moon intentions for this new moon to come up, or the new moon is going to be like a completion cycle for you. Now, you guys did get 4 cards. They just came out that way, so we'll see what's going on here. Okay, so we have the 8 of Wands in the reverse. Okay. We have the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. Interesting, 8, 9 already. We have the 4 of Pentacles in the upright. Okay. And we have the 6 of Pentacles in the... Oh, I think this is the reverse. Hold on, let me check that. A lot of money cards coming in, right? But dealing with uncertainty, there's definitely a lot of uncertainty coming through here. So let me just check the 6 of Pentacles. I'm usually really good with my Pentacles, but sometimes, you know, them too. They have their moments where they trip me up. Yeah, it's in the reverse. Okay. And then it's interesting because I just shuffled this. If you guys don't believe me, you can go back and watch the very end of pile number 1. But I just shuffled this, and on the bottom of the deck is 4 Pentacles in the upright, and you guys got the 4 Pentacles. It's so crazy. Just the more that I accept who I am, it's just to watch the synchronicities affirm that. I love it. So this is a message to you guys to really truly embrace authenticity. It's okay to be authentic. And yeah, we've got a lot of uncertainty coming in here, right? You've got a situation where you're feeling blocked, right? And there's a lot of anxiety that's coming. You feel blocked because it's like you're dealing with a lot of things on the outside. I feel like there's this maze of life is coming through. It's like there's a lot of upsets that have come your way. Feels like a lot of negativity. There's a sense of anger that's coming through here. A sense of betrayal, too. I hear betrayal. Like, that came through really strongly right now. So I feel like you guys have been really practicing setting intentions with the moon. Like, whether it's the full moon or the new moon, it doesn't matter. It's like you guys have really tried to set these intentions with the moon cycles. And so it's almost as though you feel like they're not coming true. And the reason that you feel that way is because you're not seeing the blessings that have been coming towards you, because you have a lack of confidence within yourself. There's this lack of confidence. There's a lack of trust of oneself. There's a lack of stability with oneself. And you're missing that there's something beautiful that's been happening because you have stability. Right? You have stability that's coming in. You have stability that's here already. And I feel like the reason that you don't feel confident with yourself is because you spend your money constantly. Like, you're always broke. Why do I feel like you're living paycheck to paycheck? It's like as soon as you get paid, you spend it all within a few days, and then you're back right where you were when you started. And if you're not, you're just not really saving for the future. You're not saving for emergencies. You're not saving for those things that matter. And it feels like there's not an equal give and take. It's like you spend out, but there's not an equal give to you for what you're spending out, pile 2. And so there's like this fear and this uncertainty that's coming in, and you're just not able to really embrace the truth of who you are. This has been a cycle for you, though. There's like a huge cycle that's being completed here, and you need to let this cycle complete and honor what it is that you brought into this. Right? Your uncertainty comes from... It comes from this misuse in coin. And you might be upset for me saying that, and I understand that, but that's what's being illuminated for you during this full moon. It's like spending your money without rhyme or reason, or even, you know, like that. Like, I get this a lot from a lot of people. It's like they put their bills on the back burner so that they can try to enjoy their lives first. And so it's just like learning how to change that. It's like learning how to put that energy before. It's like taking care of your bills first. And I'm not saying that you always have to put your bills first. It's just that there are a lot of people out there who, this is an example, so take it as it resonates, right? There's a lot of situations that are coming through, so I'm trying to give the most general example so that you guys can put it to your situation as it works for you. So what happens is like they'll put their bills on the back burner, and it's like they'll never take care of what's necessary. Or you ever hear, oh, we'll take care of it tomorrow. There's always the tomorrow people, right? And then tomorrow never comes. And what ends up happening is that when you finally realize, like, okay, tomorrow's here, and you go and you take a look at your finances, it seems like everything is, there's nothing left, right? There's nothing left. And so you've got this energy of bad fortune coming in. And it's not bad fortune. It's like Source is trying to really bring this to light for you. It's like you've been secretive to yourself about this. You haven't been honest to yourself about this. Instead of paying attention to your coin, it's like, what can I go and get? Like, you might go out to the bar and you might spend a whole bunch more money at the bar than you planned on, right? You're probably good intentions. I'm not saying you don't go with good intentions, but there's that uncertainty. It's like, well, when are things going to finally even out for me? And it's like Source wants you to see, it's like you're already stable, but you have to believe that you're stable. You have to believe that you don't need to continually purchase things to appear stable. You have to choose to be stable. And that's why we've got the only card in the upright here. Again, right here, right on the bottom of my deck in the upright is the Four of Pentacles. It's talking about financial stability. You have financial stability, but you'll continue to see it as lack of financial stability if you keep spending without care or, concern. You're not in a position right now, pile 2, and this is very stern coming through from Source. Again, don't shoot the messenger. This is just what's coming out with this energy. It's like you're in a position where you can choose to come into a place of equal give and take with yourself. Whatever you earn, make sure you pay your bills first, and then spend some time, even if it's a couple of months, and saving what's left over rather than thinking that you need to go out and spend it on things, I know that times have been hard over the last year and a half, the last 2 years. I know. But as a collective, we cannot continue to live in a place of thinking that we can live the way that we used to. And right now, with as up in the air as everything is, living from paycheck to paycheck is what's really causing this upheaval in your life, this lack of confidence, this lack of stability, this lack of knowledge about yourself. It's like you passionately spend your money, and then only once it's all gone, then you're concerned about it. You see what I'm saying? Like, and then you're wondering, why is this my fortune? And that's what Source is trying to tell you. It's like the hope that you have of winning the lottery, it won't ever come to pass if you never buy a lotto ticket. And 2, it's like, if I even gave you the money, what would you really do with it? Would you really pay off what you owed, or would you just go and spend it on things you think you need? Like that brand new pair of shoes, or that brand new car, or this, that, and the other, right? And it's like, so I feel like you guys have been working with the law of attraction just to manifest coin. And that's why the new moon intentions came through here. Because you've learned that it's powerful. It is absolutely powerful to work with the new moon. But as a collective, pile 2, you first must heal the money wound that's within you. Because the longer you feel like your worth is tied to your money, the harder it will be for you to manifest money. It's only once you come into this energy of learning that money is a tool for your journey, then you'll see that, okay, before I was really just trying to earn money to prove a point, or I was trying to earn money to do this, or I was trying to earn money to do that. I want to get a clarifying card for this 9 of Pentacles, please. May I please have a clarifying card for the 9 of Pentacles for pile number 2? Thank you. Yeah, look at that. Deeply tied to your emotions. I do want to get one for the Six of Pentacles as well. May I please have one clarifying card for the Six of Pentacles for pile number 2? Thank you. Yeah, lack of balance. Look, we've got Six of Wands on the bottom, or excuse me, Six of Swords on the bottom coming out in the reverse. You're in a place of lack of balance with yourself, and so this is going to be highlighted clearly. Look. Oh my goodness. Okay, I kept feeling like it was justice. I never did say it, but I just really felt like it was justice. Like you feel like this is justified. Okay? So as much as some of you guys are probably going to be very upset about this, and I understand, but for those of you that are trying to be woke on this journey and really embrace a woke lifestyle, being woke is not manifesting money like it's coming out of your ears. Being woke is really dealing with the inside wounds that cause us to do the things that put us in suffering, that put us in pain, that put us at unease. And in this, I feel like it is very much tied to you spending money to try and fill some void that's in your life. And you're also very bigoted in your approach to life. It's like you judge others for doing this exact same thing, but you would never tell anybody that you do it too. You would never tell anybody that that's how it is. You would never come across like you're struggling, because that's why you go out of your way to purchase all these things that you want. And I get it, pile 2. Like, I'm not here to judge you. I'm not, because it's not. I feel like this is something that the whole of collective has to deal with, because this is what we've been brought up to believe, is that our worth, our self-value is tied to our rubber band roll, and it's not. And it's not. Like, you spend uncontrollably because you're not willing to look within the past to justify what's happened to you in the past. And so there's this hole within your heart, you know, again with this King of Cups in the reverse, clarifying this Nine of Pentacles here. There's a hole within your heart that has created some sense of imbalance, and Source is trying to point out, this new moon in Capricorn is trying to point out that you are already stable, but you have to come into a self-belief of that. You have to see that you're stable. You don't need money to be stable, because stability is inside. It's just like happiness. Stability comes from the inside. It's cultivated within, right? I still draw 2 clarifying cards, and the 2 clarifying cards that came flying out come out in reverse. Okay, this is a very upsetting pile. It's like you guys have been wounded from the past, and you're so uncertain, but what you're not seeing and what's going to be illuminated is that you're the one causing your uncertainty. You're the one causing your uncertainty and anxiety, because you don't want to give up this spending. You know, I had a few exes who were like this, and I turned into this as well. It was like, I used to really party. Like, this is an example. I feel like I need to give you guys this example of life so that you can see, because there's so many different ways, right? It could be buying a new car, or putting all your money into a new car, or going and buying something off the shelves, or whatever it is. You barely buy groceries. You barely take care of your bills. You barely take care of what you need to take care of just to survive. And so you feel like, oh, well, I just need more money. That's what's going to justify me spending this money. I just need more money. Okay. And so when I was younger, I used to party a lot. I used to party like Wednesday through Sunday. Sometimes even Tuesday through Sunday. I would drink a lot. Okay. And I'm not trying to, you know, whatever, you know, it was just a part of my life I had to experience. I really was an alcoholic in my younger days. And it became so crazy that it was like I had parties at my house from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Everybody would leave late at night, and I was working 3 jobs at the time just to support my drinking habit. And I got evicted from my home. I still lost my car. I still lost everything that I needed, just barely, the bare basics, the bare minimums to survive. I barely ever had groceries in my home. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it just, everybody has their own vice. It's not something that you can say, oh, well, you shouldn't do that, because that's what justice is saying here. It's like, I'm bringing this up not so you can judge me. I'm bringing this up so you know that there are other people who experience this as well. And I was very good at hiding it. I had to be. I had to be. So if this is the energy that's coming through here. It's like you're spending your money out of control. You judge people who spend their money out of control and don't save, but you do the same thing. You do the same thing. And the reason you do the same thing is because you have a broken heart. You have a broken heart and your emotions get the better of you every time. It's like you're completely controlled by your emotional ego, and your ego has that. It's like, it almost is like your ego knows exactly what to say to get you to do what will appease your ego. And the ego has come up with this because it created this attitude or this mindset in order to protect you from something that happened when you were younger, in your adolescence. And so, and you feel ashamed, like the energy that's coming through is you feel very ashamed by this. You feel very ashamed by this, but I'm telling you, Pile 2, there's no reason to be ashamed. There's no feeling, it's not a waste of time. It's not being ashamed of your past. It's not being upset by your past. It's just acknowledging that that's something that happened to you in the past so that you could become stronger in the future. Look, you're being asked to release. Release this energy. Let it go. Right? Source wants you to let it go. Look, we've got Chameleon Change 33. And then this is the last one I'm going to pick up from the bottom here. This is a cycle for you. This is a cycle. It's something that's continually happening in your life, and you're kind of unable to pinpoint why you feel like you're struggling all the time. Well, we've got Rhinoceros with moderation coming out, the number 32, which is 5, which is change. Again, change again. In moderation, and this card literally just talks about how too much of one thing is a bad thing. It wants to be over here. Too much of one thing is a bad thing. Okay? And maybe this isn't your energy at all. Maybe you have somebody in your life that does this as well, and you've learned from that. All right? And this is just about honoring that. That's what this full moon wants to bring up to you. It's like honoring this energy. You have so many coins coming in. What's your promise? Well, when you release this energy, then Source will help you with those manifestations. But if you really think that you keep spending your money like this and not paying attention that Source is going to meet you halfway, no. Like, you have to really put aside money for yourself and take care of what's yours to take care of. Like, there's responsibilities here that are being overlooked. And it's like, that's what's bringing your anxiety here, right? So keep working with your new moon intentions. Keep working with that, but understanding you have to moderate your spending. You have to moderate the way that you're approaching your own life. May I please have a Dragon Oracle card for pile number 2? They want this one. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. So I'm just going to say prepare, because Orbron is a very, very direct dragon. He's very direct. So I just, he's coming because it's just, again, it's reiterating everything that I brought up here. Okay? If Orbron is turned up today, it is to reassure you that you can achieve what is required. What do you want to require? You want to manifest coin. Okay? And you can achieve that. There are things you have to do first. You may have to dig deep. And you may be in it for the long haul, but you can and you will succeed. The striking red dragon's connection is firmly in the earth and in effects connects to our base chakra, therefore relating to everything which makes up our physical lives and the world that we create for ourselves. And coins cards are not just about money. This is about manifestation, anything in this 3D realm. Physical, okay? Orbron's message is a simple one. Nothing in this world you'd call home is insurmountable. Nothing is too big to be dealt with. Get your feet back on the floor and anchor into this, your physical reality. Having your heads in the clouds will not give you the answers that you desire or require. Your time is best spent dealing with that which is demanding your attention. Deal with it totally, and only then will you be in a position to move forward. Although a tough-speaking dragon, sometimes we need to hear it as it is. He is a great ally when we are feeling stuck or overwhelmed. Call upon his guidance. He will direct you onto the correct path. Usually, the path of least resistance. The more you struggle with the problem, the tighter the noose gets, eventually strangling off the solutions that you seek. He says, yeah, and I feel like you've exactly done that. Like, you've resisted changing this because you're so worried about appearing a certain way. Right? You're so concerned about appearing a certain way to the world. And to you guys, I feel like maybe you've just started this journey, or you're still pretty new to it. You could have been on it for a while, and it feels like, you know what, everybody else says they've manifested this money in a short amount of time. Well, I'm just going to tell you, the manifestation journey, it's not just oh, I'm in it for like a month and then I'm going to manifest everything that I want. And even though people tell you that stuff, most of the time what they're not telling you is all the work that it took for them to get up to that point of where they understood how to truly manifest. Okay, there's a lot of healing that goes into it. No, you're not broken, but there's a lot of realizing some of your own potential bad habits, right? And if you don't release those bad habits, if you don't let them go and bring that to a close so that you can shine through, what ends up happening is those bad habits, our ego will run our entire life. And we'll never be able to get over that. And so that's what they're bringing up here. It's like you have a fire that's within you. And I feel like there's a lot of resistance from a lot of group 2. There is a lot of resistance here. And some of you guys may not like what was brought up today, and I understand that. But are you willing to look deep into yourself, like Orbron says? Are you willing to dig deep? Look at this beautiful full moon back here. And we have the strawberry moon, right? Are you willing to dig deep and to honor that maybe this isn't the best path for you? Maybe it's this spending money like it doesn't matter. Maybe that's what you need to look at first. Because what's been happening is, it's like, in order to maintain this hole within myself, I've been doing this. In order for me to look a certain way, I've been doing this. In order for me to appear a certain way, I've been doing this. And that's what Source is saying. It's like, you know, yes, maybe I said to spend every dollar happily, but it's to spend it wisely. At the end of the day, you have to be wise about your monies. You have to be wise about your physical being. If you're not taking care of your minimums, then you're not living. Right? You're not, and there's more to life than just surviving, but you're not even surviving because you're not willing to take care of the minimum things required just to survive. Right? And so that's what Source is just really trying to point out here for you. You have so much more to live for, and stability is an inside job. You want to manifest stability. You're very clear about that. Like, you're very clear. And it's interesting because we have Volcano on the bottom here. I shuffle these after every reading. And it's like, this is talking about how it feels like your whole life is falling apart, or you're very angry about something that's going on right now. And Volality is all about Source reminding us that some of these things are induced by Source in order for us to really truly honor how we've been treating ourselves, or how we've been treating our own lives. Okay, and so you have to really take some time and sit down with yourself, pile 2, and say, is this how I want to live the rest of my life? In judgment of others, but while at the same time I'm doing exactly what I'm judging others for because I'm too afraid to look at my own self. It's easier to put that energy onto others rather than it is to look myself in the mirror. It's not always easy to look at ourselves in the mirror. But if you do that, you're going to bring in better fortune into your life. You're not going to feel like everything's always falling apart. You're not going to feel like your whole life is in shambles all the time, because it's really not. It's really not. Everything that we go through is happening to us for purpose. Everything. Everything. And sometimes the purpose is just for us to honor something that we need to honor within ourselves. And it's not always easy to honor. It's not. Okay? This is what I have for you, pile number 2. Thank you for joining me for a moment in Becky's House of Cards. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. I know you guys can do this. It's not easy, but I promise you the steps are simple. And if you follow the simple steps, one day it will become easy. Okay? So that being said, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. And until we meet again, mwah, peace out. I love y'all. Bye. And I'm moving on to pile number 3. So for those of you that chose Lake Stillness, this is for you. What's being illuminating during this full moon in Capricorn, strawberry full moon. Okay, we have the 5 of Swords in the upright. Okay, we have the 10 of Wands in the upright. And we have the Knight of Coins in the upright. Excuse me while I take a drink. I've been so thirsty during this reading. I do not know what's up. Ooh, I feel like with this lake here, I'm about ready to like put my face in this water here. Take me to the water. I do not know where that's coming from, guys. But anyways. Yeah, so beautiful. You've got some persistent energy coming through here. You know, this is overcoming those hardships, those difficulties in life, and just staying true to your path, your journey. Look, out of all the, all the other piles were in reverse, and so I feel like you guys have been the ones that have definitely taken this to heart. It's like being still, and maybe you've done a lot of meditating recently and stopped and listened to what it is that Source is trying to tell you, and really allowed those answers to guide us on the way, right? And so it's like, I feel like you guys have been letting go of something that's been very toxic for you. Something that has been extremely toxic to you. And you've been really working on letting that go. And it's like, whether that's an unprincipled quest for money, unprincipled quest for sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Okay, not that rock and roll is toxic, but you know what I mean, right? No, you guys have really been working on letting it go. And becoming more balanced within yourselves. And I feel like there was some kind of a connection here that felt like it was going to fall apart. But what you realize is through this, it was like you didn't give up and you kept working on yourself. You kept spending time with yourself. You kept really working on you. What ended up happening was it really brought this connection into a place of finding deep loyalty and being true like it hasn't been before. And it's brought you into a place of balance just because of that. And so now you're really working on finding your passion and creating things that, you know, don't fall in line with the 9-to-5. It's like this is being your own creative junkie journey. Journey junkie? I don't know, whatever. But you want to be a creative junkie. Like, that's what I heard. Creative junkie is coming out. And so you're very much in this energy of creating a life that you want and finding your truth and being able to ride towards that no matter how long it takes. It's like I'm listening to my intuition and I'm letting my intuition really guide me. And yes, maybe you have your eyes on the coin here, but understanding that the coin is not just about money. And that's what I was saying in pile number 2. It's not just about money. It's like coin is the manifestation of anything in this physical reality. So that could be a home. It could be a lifestyle. It could be, you know, like a trip. It could be anything that you really want. And it's like this energy of I'm slowly moving towards that. And now, even though I'm not in a king or queen energy, I'm very much okay with moving slowly towards what it is that I want. And I understand that I have to build on that. Like, you know, when you have a coins card, it's talking about building those strong foundations and allowing that foundation to develop. You know, you're dealing with Mother Earth, and Mother Earth reminds us that when we plant seeds, we have to allow time for those seeds to cultivate and to grow. If we don't allow time for them to grow, then, you know, we see everything falling apart. But it's like you had to go through these tough times and actually overcome them yourself. Like really come through the truth, really come through with passion, really coming through with love and like being sure of yourself. Being sure of yourself. It's interesting that we have 5 and 10 here. I had that in one of the other piles too. It is like you have 5 as being able to change. It was like you're being willingly and open to changing yourself. I've been very like in this crazy energy of not being able to speak correctly, and I'm not 100% sure why. But we're just going to go with it. You know what? I'm human too. I have those moments. So maybe you guys are a little bit unclear of what it is that you want, and you're wondering if I've done the right thing. And Source is saying, yes, you've done the right thing because you've been willing to really deal with the mental prison that I feel like you had been stuck in for a long time. There was a lot of negativity that was surrounding you. There was a lot of uncertainty, and there was a lot of other people that were trying to put you in their box that they wanted for you. And it was like, because you chose to stay true to yourself, there's a relationship or a situationship in your life. You know, this could be a family, it could be a lover, it could be a friend, whatever it is. there's a connection in your life that has become much stronger, right? And you have 5 is half of 10, and 10 is talking about the completion of a cycle. You've completed a cycle, and I feel like the cycle of feeling alone, and this is being illuminated for you, and it's like you're going to start seeing manifestations arrive in your life. While it's been slow, it's like when they start to come, you're going to be like, wow, you know, like I asked for this like 3 years ago and now it's here. It's like that kind of slow energy. It's been slow because it's been waiting for you to ground yourself, and it's been waiting for you to really honor yourself as knowing that you're worthy of having these manifestations and really putting your heart forward and being okay with giving yourself self-love. I do want to get a clarifying card for this 10 of Wands, please. Okay, thank you. Look, the Strength in reverse. Yeah. You were repressing some memories about a situation. Look, and then we have the Hermit on the bottom of the deck in the upright. So again, definitely mirroring this Lake card, you know, taking that time to reflect. It's like you really took the time to reflect on that energy and find out who you were. So we have 9, 10, 11 coming out on the board here. I'm going to take this. Look, the 10 of Cups underneath that. I don't know why I felt like I needed to take that. You've really worked into this place of honoring who you are and honoring your own truth and really lighting the path of your past, just to see what it is that you've brought into this now future moment. Like, what actions do you bring into this moment? And you've really looked at that and you found that that's what's bringing you up into a leadership position. But what you had to do was overcome this. You had to overcome this, I feel like, this situation with people in the past, people like breaking your heart, people like stabbing you in the back. And you were repressing something that was as old as time itself, you know, like from when you were a child. I know that feels so weird to say, but it's like it was a tale as old as time. I don't know why that came through right now, but it really was like talking about your childhood. This is talking about something that you buried so deep within yourself. And it was like you finally dealt with that. And when you dealt with it, it was like, oh, I have the strength to overcome that. But before, you were repressing that. You were repressing the demons within yourself. It was like, that's why it was so slow moving, because it was like Source was just waiting for you to see the truth of the situation, to see what you were truly repressing within your own soul, within your own heart. You know, you have a lot of completions here. You have 10 of Wands here, which is that completion of passion, completion of, you know, like if you've had a lot of upset with your sexual partners or love relationships in the past, it's like you're building on that now. 10 of Cups is that emotional fulfillment, right? My 10 of Cups talks about being the leader, being able to support these others and teaching them how to fill up their own cups, teaching them how to be the person in their life that they want to be, right? Teaching people to become their own superhero. And it really took you looking at yourself, spending time with yourself, spending time in stillness, spending time in meditation, spending time with this energy of forgiveness. Forgiveness is coming through deeply here, because I feel like you guys had a deeply broken heart, and that's what you repressed. Like, it was a commitment that you had, and that commitment just didn't go the way that you had imagined it would. And it turned into... it just turned into something that was upsetting. And you know, Strength has always been my soulmate card. And so I feel like this was somebody that came into your life so that you could honor the fact that you were worthy of what it is that you want in the future. And so that's what this full moon is illuminating for you. It really brought out this pain that you dealt with in the past, whether that was an abusive relationship, whether that was, you know, physical abuse from being a child, whether that was mental or sexual abuse from being a child, you know, and a trigger alert here. But just understanding that it's like bringing it up to the surface and understanding that no matter how bad that pain was, as long as you feel it, you understand that you're gonna embrace your own strength, and you're going to be able to move forward in your own power, like you're empowering yourself. But again, to clarify the 10 of Wands, we have the Strength card coming out in the reverse. And, you know, 11, everybody's like saying 11. 11 is talking about twin flame numbers. And really, honestly, 11 as a master number is talking about Source giving you the go-ahead. Just do it. It's time for you to do this for yourself. It's time for you to really embrace this for yourself. Because this is a beautiful energy that you're moving into. You're moving into this creative energy. And it's like I love the Knight of Coins, because to me, he's always in this energy of, you know, I don't care. I'm done caring what other people think. I'm done worrying about what other people think. Like, he knows his past is what's brought him passion to move forward into his future. And that's what's so interesting about him to me, because it's like, I'm not afraid to embrace creativity. I'm not afraid to embrace truth. I'm not afraid to embrace love. My main goal is to manifest the life I want. And I never take my eye off the prize. I always keep my eye on the prize. Does the plan always work out like it's supposed to? No, but I don't change my goal. I change my plan. And that's what I think has happened here. Before, your plan would fall through and you would go into a moment of stepping backwards. And Source is illuminating. Look, for you, the only reversal you got was the Strength card came out in reverse to clarify the 10 of Wands. You repressed something from a very long time ago. And it's going to be illuminated. And it's the reason it's being illuminated is because you're taking so much time in self-reflection. Is it easy? No, it's been simple, but it's not easy, because this is a lot of pain. This is a lot of pain that's coming through. But you're going to become connected with Source in a way like you never knew before. You guys are very spiritual. You guys are very much connected with your guides. If you're not, you will be soon. And this is that energy of just knowing how to navigate the day-to-day lives of spirituality. It's like coming into a place of not being... what's the word? Not being... You know, it's like I just had a brain fart. You're humbling yourselves, right? You're really coming into a place of humbling yourselves. It's not because, oh, I'm spiritual and you need to look at me in a different way. It's like, no, it's like you just begin to listen to your intuition and let your intuition guide you. So you guys could be dealing with a Virgo, Pisces, Leo, Sagittarius, Aquarius, or a Taurus. Does not have to be. Those are just the energies that are coming out here. So, or you guys could have that in your sign, in your chart. But yeah, you're coming into a place more balanced for yourself. And this is more about, I just don't care. Oh my gosh, now I understand why they wanted me to take the 10 of Cups. Boom! Elephant, leadership, and another 10. Another 10. 10, 10, 10 is so powerful for you. If you see 10 a lot, or if you see a lot of ones, yeah, this is super powerful for you. Like, look at this beautiful card. It's time for you to lead, right? What did I say? 10 of Cups in my deck. It is about emotional fulfillment, but if you want to talk about happiness and emotional fulfillment, that's more so the 9 of Cups. It's like the 9 of Cups is when you've gotten everything it is that you could have ever imagined. Right? And then you move into the 10 of Cups. And for my deck, the 10 of Cups talks about you moving into a position of teaching others how to get to their 9 of Cups. Not everybody will move into the 10 of Cups, right? Not everybody will become the leader, but this is, like I said, you guys are very spiritual. You guys are meant to be here to teach others. You guys are meant to show others the path. It's like, it's just because you overcame something that was so mentally challenging for you, and you really persisted and you kept true to your let me try that again. You kept true to your path, not your trap. That's interesting. Maybe you guys felt trapped before, or you feel trapped in a way right now, but understanding that this is going to open up for you, okay? And that's just it. And now you're coming into this beautiful place of being the leader for others. You're going to show others the way. You're going to teach them how to be strong for themselves, right? May I please have a Dragon Oracle card for it? Okay, thank you, Source. I didn't even get to ask about you, but Source has been heavy hitters all day, guys. Heavy hitters. Like I said, like I don't know why I felt like I needed to take this 10 of Cups, but now I understand. It was like because they wanted to, they're showing you that you're a leader. It's been slow moving. This has been such a slow moving task for you guys. I feel like there's been times when you just wanted to throw in the towel. I'm done. I'm really done. And then it's like Source in this full moon is illuminating. Your manifestations are beginning to come in. You like that, like, I get this. You maybe wanted to manifest one thing for a really long time and you've thought about it for a really long time. And then recently it came back up and you went and you took the steps to really be serious about that manifestation. And you were just kind of like, okay, you know what? I understand now that I'm not my manifestations. I'm already valuable the way that I am. And what happened is that it's like you put it out there in the universe and you were actually able to let it go. It's like after all this time of really trying to learn how to let it go, it's like now you've come into an energy of knowing that this is what I want. I'm going to let it go. And I'm going to work on my passions. And I'm going to work on myself. And I'm going to work on the things that I want to do. And I'm going to be creative for myself and do the things that I love doing. And then what's happened is it's like Source just opened this up for you. And it's like, okay, you're going to become, this is it. You are going to become the example, right? The testimony. That's what it is. You're going to become the testimony for Source. So it's like if you needed clarification, this full moon is like that clarification. You're about to become a testimony for Source because you never gave up. You never gave up. You kept going. You kept moving. You kept doing you. You kept doing things. You repressed some energy, but you kept going. You kept doing what was good for you. And then this energy came up for you and you've dealt with it or you're about to deal with it or it's going to come up and you're going to overcome it because you know what's important. It's important to take time in space to look at yourself. I love that Merlin came out on this pile. What did I say? Y'all are some spiritual motherfuckers. Excuse my language, but truth be told, when you deal with Merlin, when Merlin shows up in a reading, Merlin. I love Merlin. He's my favorite card out of this entire deck. And there are some beautiful cards in this deck, okay? But Merlin, his energy is so immense. He's just such a wonderful dragon. Merlin is an incredibly large and wise old dragon. And his message is one of teaching and learning, which is exactly what you've been doing this entire time. You're about to lead people. You taught yourself, so you've learned for yourself. And you're about to teach others. It's beautiful. If he's found your way into your reading, today's message is this. Not all things are as they seem. Some are images being reflected back to you in order for you to understand discernment and learn the lessons of self-trust. Only then will you learn to stand in your own power and own who you truly are. And what did I say? I love this Knight of Coins because he's so very sound in who he is, right? And that's exactly what you've learned or you're about to learn. Merlin, whether in dragon or human form, is the teacher of the teachers. So heed his message. We are unable to teach others until we fully understand the lessons ourselves. Once we have mastered these, we are in a position of clarity and ownership to share our wisdom with integrity and power. Until then, hold your tongue and continue your journey discovering that which you need to learn, understand, and own. Only then will you be in that place of authority to share your knowledge with others. If owls keep crossing your path, know that Merlin is around and willing to share his infinite wisdom with you, guiding you towards what you need to know. He will stretch you and often answer questions with another question, encouraging you to seek the answer from within. He is not an easy grandmaster to work with, but he will guide you as well. He's such a beautiful dragon. I love Merlin. Yeah, I feel like that's the thing. I feel like you've been asking questions this whole time. And we've got 21 coming out here, so that's 3. Your angels have been with you. Merlin's been walking this journey with you because he sees your potential, your power, your ability to lead others. So don't give up, pile 3. This new moon is bringing in energies of leadership for you. This is bringing in a new time for you to complete something. You have overcome and you have dealt with the burdens of your past. And it's like you finally figured out that it was like, oh, I did a lot of these things because of this happened in my life. And I took this from that. And I took that from that, you know. And I feel like a lot of it had to do with love. Like you lost a grand love, maybe when you were really young. This is not like romantic love. Like you lost somebody that you truly loved, and it really broke your heart. And it put you in a place of seeing that you felt like feeling like you were always going to lose that in your life. Again, this is just an example. Take it as it resonates. But now you're about to step forward into this energy of not caring anymore about that, not caring what others say about you, not caring about what others think. Like you're stepping up into your power, and you're letting yourself begin to answer those questions for yourself. Merlin's helping you out with that. And it's like you're coming into this energy of now I can create the life that I desire. And I'm seeing manifestations begin to slowly roll in. It's been about building your foundations. This has all been about building your foundations. And this full moon is bringing in clarification. It's bringing in assurance of those manifestations starting to come in. And it's bringing in assurance that you've built that foundation. And as you continue to grow, you'll be able to manifest more and more on your journey. More and more. Like you've learned about it. You're emotionally fulfilled. You're happy. It was like once you dealt with this situation from the past, that you began to understand, oh, like I had to have this. Oh my gosh. Okay, I just got like my own clarification. That's so crazy. But you guys, this is getting illuminated for you, right? We have a luminary that came out. An emergence. This is being illuminated for you because you had to understand. You had to understand about this broken heart. I'm also getting a very, very strong male guide that guides you along your way. This is for a specific few of you. There's a very strong male energy that came through right now that is a guide to you and that helps you along your way. And it's almost like there was something that had to do with the reason that this male is now your guide. It was like you maybe lost him early on in your life. This could have been a grandfather, a father, a great-grandfather, an uncle, a great-uncle, something along those lines, okay? It could have even been a friend of the family that was like an uncle or something like that, okay? So this energy just came in so strong right now, and I feel like I need to tell you guys that. But yes, you have somebody that's watching out for you, that's been guiding you. And I feel like that was what had to do with the repressed memory for some of you, was dealing with the loss of that person that was so close to you. It was like they were your best friend, or they were the one that was always there for you. It was like the one that you could trust. The only one that told you the truth as a child. And in losing them, it like broke your heart, and it set you up for this whirlwind of a life. And so now it's like you've honored that memory, sat in stillness and honored that memory, honored that you maybe never got to say goodbye to them, or that you were upset that they left. And because you did that, it opened you up to a whole new thing. And so again, this is a very specific message for some of you guys, very specific. And take it as it resonates, okay? But it's a very masculine energy coming through. It could have been a woman who was very masculine. It could have been. But again, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It's just that, just know that you have this. This is an ancestor who has taken you on as their ancestor, whether it be by blood or by love. It doesn't matter. They're there walking the journey with you, and they're helping you along the journey, and they're helping you discern what to do next in your life. And because of that, you're coming up into this place of being able to manifest the things that you desire. And it's beautiful. This is a beautiful energy that I'm dealing with in this pile. So pile 3, I'm proud of you guys. I feel like you don't hear it enough. I just want you to know that I'm proud of you, the work that you put in. Because not everybody is woke and ready to hear these messages. Let alone not everybody is in a place where they've actually done the physical work to get themselves out of the hardships that they've dealt with. And you've very much done that. And so just know that I'm proud of you, and you've done a lot. And so this full moon is really illuminating this energy for you, your manifestations. But this is what I have for you. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. And until next time, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. Until we meet each other again, mwah, peace out. I love y'all. Bye.